13, but it's also damaged, so it might jam. So we have that going for us. This is his first time here, Jade, and I'm impressed. Oh, welcome. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Are those goats? What? I mean, we could use the food, right? Should we get... We should get the goats. We should get the goats. I don't have anything to skin the goat, though. Yes, I do. I have a hacksaw. It's a little crude, but we'll do it. Okay, you know what? Take this food opportunity while we have it. I was wondering what all that sound was. It was the goats. This is BRB. Okay. It says, oh yeah, it says need food, most definite. Okay, let's try to be sneaky, right? Let's try to make this happen. Yeah, one of the main things, and I'm sure you guys have seen this already in the previous streams we've been doing pretty much all weekend, survival, food and water. Water first and the most urgent, but then food. But it seems like once you do top out those categories of survival, you're good for a long time. But you definitely want to make sure you've got clean water. And long-term food. And since I only have a can of peaches, and food is a little more scarce in general... I think I got him in the neck. There goes my ammo. That's all I had. He might bleed out. Oh, he's stuck. Okay, I'll take it. Well, rest assured, any human players are going to want to come at me. How many have left? 7, 8? Oh boy. And it's raining. That's not good for us. Come on, little goat man. Hey, at least I have my raincoat. Sneaky, sneaky. Matthew says, I enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Kinda feel like a douche shooting the goat. Goats are actually pretty funny. Not that one. Ooh, I think I got him. One goat. Let's see if we can get the other one. I don't really have a lot of space for that. Oh, yep, we got it. Okay, so we have the hacksaw. I don't think I can drag this. It's not the right game for that. So let's go ahead and do it the crude way, shall we? Yeah, I'm having a space issue real fast, aren't I? That's not good. Sounds like sheep. Oh, I can't skin it with this. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to go find something, anything. Fresh. Freshie Hunt 2.0? Yeah, you know it. Hey, everybody's hostile on the shore. You'll see very soon. In Livonia? Very much. It's not a house, it's a feeding stand. Get to meet. Use the fireplace back in the house you came from for cover. Good call. I thought I had an edge weapon, but I don't. It's not good. Please let there be a hunter knife in there. Vicinity. Let's check the floor. Maybe it's having a hard time spawning in or something. Probably not. Boo! Well, shoot. I don't know how we're going to skin this thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can combine. Can't do it with a crowbar. Maybe we can. I mean, technically, you shouldn't be able to. This cooked meat is going to be awesome for the rain. Even human meat. You don't have to eat it. Just use it to stay warm. That's true. Dude, I don't have an edge weapon. We're going to have to come back to the meat. Hopefully it doesn't get rotten over here. Okay, here we go. The struggles of Livonia. I'm I'm gonna fix this, even though it's gonna make me look stupid bright. Oh, apparently it's the sewing kit and not the leather. Raincoats are really useful if you haven't seen already. They're extremely useful. Okay, let's see if we can't get this food situation going. This is something everybody's going to be doing when you play Chernarus or Livonia. This is where it went down yesterday. I'm a little scared to walk in here by myself. We're at, excuse me, did I say where we were? Cullum Brody. We're sitting in this edge here, just crossing over into the tree line just before we hit. It looks like a church monument, but it's actually, I mean, maybe it is, I'm not sure, but there's a watering hole here. So, I have 2 cooking pots. I have to put in a bag because the overheating clothes. Yeah, I didn't really get that problem. Although, to be fair, we were being shot at the time, so I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention to whether or not I got overheated. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've spawned out here before. There's like a smokestack. There's a barn. I don't know, like a puke green, orange, and then grain elevators. Okay, so that's going to be like in the field in Cullum Brody. Fair enough. Because I'm sure I've seen this as a spawn point before. Trying to learn the silhouettes, you know? Sometimes these porta-johns have edge weapons in them. Or a battery. How nasty is that? I so wouldn't touch that in real life. Yeah, you'll notice that food is scarce. But once you honestly get a hold of those key factors, and you start to look for food and water in other places, because at first it's quite brutal how much you die, like the survival aspect, but once you know where to look, or know what to look for initially, it does get easier. It levels out for you a little bit. Wellies. Are these trashed yet? Nope, they're still pristine. I have a bandana. Can I stick that on my face? Here, ready? I'm gonna look super cool, man. I have 2 ways to heal myself. Well, if we're gonna do any crimes, this would be a good thing to do, right? Put something over your head. Do you notice, like, even finding an edge weapon is hard? So, one of the things I had to do right away was find something to break or make stones, and then make a stone knife. Yeah, they're super flimsy and not great, but it's if that's the only edge weapon you have, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, there's a stone right here. You must scavenge for whatever you can find. Gardening supplies? Yeah, I noticed that the gardening places have those too. As much as I want to take them out of wire right now, and I noticed that the machete, sharpening stone. Machete will spawn on the floor, so if you keep your cursor down, you'll see it. Like, you won't see it with your eyes, but you'll see it with the indicator. And as much as you're going to want to drink that pond water, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good for you. Shovel can bury loot, that's correct. And, oh, get this. I'm sure I've showed this before, but just in case. Now you don't need an edge weapon to cut a bush. You just do it with your hand. And occasionally you can bleed from it, so you have to watch your bleeding. Bleeding is still quick, like it is in 105. I think it's curtailed just a little, but it's still like on the end of severe. So like when you do bleed, you've got to really just address it. So notice my quick bar, I have rags on my last slot. Sickness is still very much a thing. So like this big one will probably cut my hand. There you go. Yes, Char says using the pickaxe. Yeah, you'll find that a sledgehammer and a pickaxe, you're going to want to pick up a lot more because the pickaxe is great at killing zombies silently and quickly. And also, you can garden with it. And You can break up stones. Any kind of stone you see, you can harvest small stones or large stones from that, which is basically an endless supply of sharpening stones. So I was gonna say small stone. It's an endless. I mean, it is an endless supply of small stones, but it's an endless supply of stone knives. I don't know why it was so hard to say. Can of food. And notice I need an edge weapon to open it. Oh, what's in the hoodie? A battery? Taking it. And here's Cullen Brody. Notice that little church symbol that was on the map? And then the water's right next to it. Sometimes we find knives here. Not today. Obviously, make sure your hands are clean, too. You can clean your hands in the river, and that's okay. You won't get sick, but don't drink it. And I want to take that barrel so bad. We have to be able to fit this, right? Okay, we'll use the crowbar. A sledgehammer is a one hit on a player. It'll knock them out. It won't kill them. If you heavy hit them, I think it does kill them. But it is a long animation. It's a long swing time. Yeah, O'Reilly. L. O'Reilly is right. Yeah, if you don't have water, but in this one it puts you on notice immediately. Like you can't go anywhere beyond like a square or two, because you'll die. And having the scarcity of resources makes it so you can't just stumble upon some along the way. I mean, you might, but it's not as common as you would think. Oh yeah, and the fishing too. Yeah, yeah. As much as I want to carry a shovel, if I see a pickaxe, I'll swap it out. Just because I know the beta is only going for a certain amount of time. Otherwise, I'd be carrying a shovel. But I do find myself wanting to pick up a pickaxe or a sledge more often. But these would seem a lot more rare, too. That's for sure. There's a hacksaw in there? Somebody took that off. Make sure to use protective cases and dry sacks. And always have a light backpack so you can run fast. Yes and no. I mean, that's one play style. You notice I load up with weight a lot, and then I usually combat drop. That's how I choose to play, because I don't like passing up good loot, especially if I've got like a nice loot network where I like to deposit things. We oftentimes do. Like, we come across so much loot that I like to kind of create a little nest of things to go back to. I mean, it's one of many ways to play. That's what I like about it. There's not like one big meta. It's however you can play the way you can play into your strengths. Hoping to find something, Edge. You know? Something. Nothing yet. Alright, let's cross the river. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of military... Oh, zombie with a book bag. What's up, buddy? Let's solve my bag problems immediately. Yeah, and a lot of times when I have more quick slots I can use, I'll quick slot my bag that's on my back so I can hot drop it quickly. Like, unequip it and then drop it. Ooh. It says, with this experimental, is this essentially a final product, or is there going to be a possibility of new items to come? Um, like the fishing net or the bows. I'm not sure. Typically the way the cycle goes is when we have it in experimental, that's the one we get. But maybe there's some surprises. I don't know, because this was a quote-unquote beta. There could be different rules for it in general, so I'm not really sure. Lorky Games, welcome to the team, sir. Hang on a sec. I gotta run back into the house. Not after I'm done looting. How do we always end up in this train station? Oh, does loot actually spawn here? I am surprised. Ooh, those are barely damaged, huh? So get this. The Vega, sorry, I keep calling it Sega. I think KA stuff attaches to it. Okay, no. What kind? I thought it did. Maybe it does. Hold on. Nope, not this one. Not the folding stock. I thought it did. Boo. Don't do it. And I told you, son. I told you. I told you. Oh, there's our edge weapon. Problem solved. See how the loot just comes to you? Well, now we have a zombie problem. Shotgun shells on the ground? Oh my. Alright, we're gonna load up our mag now. Well, at least the zombies are gonna protect the door. What's up, baby? I told him not to do it. Now we have an edge weapon. That is so tight. That water's probably not good. He says, roger that, we got a problem. I know, right? Alright, what I might do is take these things on with no pants on. Save durability. You wanna fight? You wanna fight? Let's go. Man, we're just trying to get food and do some hunting. Do you see how it just easily takes you into other stuff like this? Come on in, cutie! Well, now we have an extra bag and an edge weapon, so we can actually gather the meat off those animals upstairs. Up the north. Upstairs, what am I saying? Don't touch me, Gary! No! Bye, Steven. Okay, I think we have a lot of stuff off this dude. And we maxed that out. That's good, that's good. I'm going to throw this on the ground. Oh, you know what we should do? I don't have gloves, though. I'm not going to mess with it yet. We can always come back to it and harvest the, and get some bones. That's the fishing guide, which is also useful. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there and say that that's going to be useful when this comes out for Chinaris and for Livonia. Because apparently we'll be able to do both. Well, I might as well loot while I'm here. Well, we got 2 slugs. No, 3 slugs. So that's useful. Any edge weapon here for me? Alright, we're going to use the watermelon house to bait this zombie in. We're still in Cullen-Brody. We're on the railroad track side of Cullen-Brody, which over here is on the north end. Oh, stam is becoming an issue. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. Somebody was here. Hello? Come inside, zombie! They're still attracted to noise, which is nice. And I got hit. Come on, boy. Come here, zombie. That'll be a nice surprise for somebody later. And we're out of here. That's how you kill zombies. Like a scumbag. Actually, you're not killing them, you just get rid of them. That is now somebody else's problem. Nobody can loot that house. Okay, we're gonna head back to the goats. Hopefully they're still there. I'm not sure how long those carcasses will stick around, but we're about to find out. Those kind of rocks right there, if you hit them with a sledge or a pickaxe, you can make small stones. And we have a sharpening stone, so when that kitchen knife starts to go bad on us, we can sharpen it again. So you can see all these reasons for hanging on to all these useful tools, and hopefully we make it. We're close to a watering hole, so I'm not terribly worried about my water going down. But I am more worried about players, that's for sure. This is definitely a hotbed for activity, and for spawn zones. And let's be honest, freshies don't have anything to lose, so they can be extremely dangerous with an edge weapon. If a freshie catches you off guard, they can cut you and you will bleed out very quickly. And if you didn't know, book bags, or bags in general, if you have your loot inside, they won't despawn for at least 4 hours on the surface. Other gear has different despawn timers, so if you put your gear in there, you have a better chance of it being there later if you're going to go retrieve it. Point in case, the bear video, we dropped our gear, we came back for it like hours later, and it was still there. Now, the gear that we had on us, that's a different story, but the actual gear we dropped on the ground that was in bags, we came back, and it was like 2-3 hours later, it was still there. Somebody asked about why I carry so many bags. Brass knuckles aren't as bad as like some of these other ones. Brass knuckles were good a couple patches ago. I mean, any melee is going to be good as opposed to just your fist, but is it goat carcass floating, or is it a stick? Man, I hope they're still there, because that's going to be some decent food. I don't know how long those bodies stick around for. So you can double carry while driving on PC. Yes, you can actually do it on the console version. The problem is the button schema. There's a combination of buttons, and the same button used to hot drop to the ground is the same button that's used for getting in the car. So that's why that happens. It's actually not, they didn't program it out, it's just the button schema doesn't allow for it. Okay, so the carcasses are still here. And apparently, I guess, the quality of meat can be affected by where you shoot it? I haven't had a chance to test that yet, but I'm sure that is a thing. Oh, by the way, hot swapping gear that's full of loot has caused an issue where we've lost it before. So I'm going to be extra careful with that. And since we don't have to worry about durability and everything else, while we get sticks and whatnot, we're just gonna... Oops, I might as well... Oh yeah, my pants have an extra hot slot. Quick slot, hot slot. You're hot. I need to find a small tree that I can abuse with my hands. Where would that be? This one? This one? Cut the bush with your hands. Loot. Loot. Come back for this tickler. Hey, you know what? We got space. Let's pick it up. We're going to need it regardless for the fire. We're going to cook up as much of it as we can. Tools like this, last time I checked, will last about an hour on the ground. So, I'm bleeding from that. See what I mean? Some of those random. Yeah, you gotta really watch that. And we found from the firefight we had the other day, my goodness. Keeping a saline bag and a blood bag of your own type, I'm telling you, that's gonna be a thing. 'Cause it took us, what, 45 minutes to get our blood back? Or even just to get it up to yellow? Or it was like at least 30 minutes. Alright, there's the second goat we got. Alright, let's switch over. Hey, since you're bleeding, thank you. What's up, Sickly? You coming back in, you sklib? Oh, I'm gonna have to wash my hands, huh? I haven't tried to craft anything yet with any of these extra parts. Like, can we craft anything with this? I don't know. Notice that went to damage pretty quickly. What about defibrillators? I'm not sure. I haven't seen them yet. I don't even know if they're in the game. And if they are, I did not know that they were in the game. Trying to see if I could do anything with it, you know? Oh, you gotta sell stuff first? Okay. It's fat on a stick now. I haven't seen one in a minute. Oh, the defibs? Kniff. Do we have enough room for the other one? Maybe not. Might have to bring my bag. Forgot where I put it already. It doesn't take much for me to get lost. Or confused, for that matter. Yeah, see all these stones? If we had the right kind of tool, we could just make a ton of knives. And you can make a cooking stove out of the rocks, too, which is pretty neat. That's been in the game for a while. Where did I stick my stuff? It had to be closer. There it is. I see you! Okay, Sickly says give me 5. Roger! Well, what we can do is... I don't need another hacksaw, so unfortunately I'm going to be throwing you. And I guess that's a glitch when you throw stuff you lay down like a awesome dude. I was going to try to combine the goat stuff with... What is this, rope? I don't like having dirty hands. I was like, should I have taken that guy's water bottle? I mean, I don't have to go all the way back. Know what I mean? That would be lame. Alright, let's put all this down over here real quick. I want to get rid of my lockpick. It's just too good. This is don't forget to use the fireplace back in the house. Yeah, I totally could. If I can carry it, I will. I'll carry as much as I can. Whoops. Whoops. Where's the other goat? Did it disappear already? No way. No. It did? I think it did. Well, I don't know how long that was, but one despawned right in front of us. At least we got one of them. Well, that answers that. Alright, we'll go back to the other house. Yeah. Okay, Sickly says he's down whenever you're ready. Alright, B, are you in prep or what? Sometimes it works like I'm ready.
Yeah, I got a little bit to run, so get myself killed.
Okay.
How long is it open till?
Tomorrow, I think until...
Oh, okay, so we got a day. I thought it was today it was shutting down.
No, it was. They extended it.
Yes.
It's just pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Can I... What's up, girl? Oh, yeah, thanks. I hate not being able to carry everything, dude. It's the worst feeling. Like, there's a shovel over here, and I'm debating leaving it.
I mean, I think I could carry it.
I mean, I know we're going to need it. You know what? I can get a stick anywhere. Now, when you're playing on console, this is definitely a thing that you won't have to worry about because it just counts the slots. It doesn't actually play Loot Tetris.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Alright, I'm moving over to you. I think you're still in the field next to the house, right?
Yeah, I'm actually heading back to the house. If you want to do me a favor and break up some sticks so we can make a fire in the fireplace and we can cook up this meat so you and I will both be good. And that'll be a nice little intro to the survival that's now been dialed up for Chinaris and for Livonia. Takes some more work, but honestly it makes it so like the longer you have to play your character to get him right, the more you're not just going to go and run and gun all the time. I mean, I guess it's an option, right? But you're going to be reluctant. You're going to be scared when someone fires at you.
Oh yeah, you'll run. I ran.
Yep, I can see Orange House. I'm coming up. I'm still wearing the red raincoat.
I'm still wearing the same armband green.
I have an M4, but I have one round in it.
You locked the door.
Of course I did. On one side, the other side's open. The double doors are open. Yeah, I signed in to check stuff, and I was like, I'm locking these doors. I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of candy.
I haven't had any candy.
What?
My kids did. I didn't.
Get on the ground, spread your shit. You're like, he knows me. He knows me. He pulls out a shotgun. Chill, baby, chill.
Let me see something. I want to test something out real quick.
Dude, when I found shotgun rounds and I had the Sega, I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah. I seen your kill earlier.
Which one?
The one where you took the dude's head off with the Sega.
Oh, on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went outside, was like, man, there's enough loot for both of us. Like, or just me. But
You know what we should do is we should find one of them burnt down houses and see if we can close up the thing to keep the light out. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm down for all kinds of stuff. A lot of stuff that we haven't tried yet.
I just gotta run in about an hour and then be back.
It's all good. Do you have a flare or... Can we get bark with a crowbar? I don't even know.
I got a knife.
Can you do me a favor and make a fire starter kit? I'm gonna wash my hands in the river like a piece of trash. Actually, no. I don't have to, right? If I'm cooking it.
Ooh.
What's
That's
up?
you, right?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh god. The heart attack is real.
Yes, it is. Actually, it's rope, stick, improvised fishing rod. Then you have to have bait on the hook, and then the hook can be attached to a fishing rod or improvised fishing rod.
That's what, long stick and bark for the.
Short stick and a bark. I got you in the short stick, BB. Plop.
Oh, thank you. Fireplace. Nope. Hand. There we go.
And then I'll make us 2 long sticks, and we'll start cooking, my dude.
I got 2 long sticks right here.
Oh, okay. Plop.
I just don't like being out in the open.
Yeah, I don't either. Then we can lock the door and get all snuggly in here.
Oh yeah. Where's the fire kit? We got a good bit of fire on here too.
Yeah, there's a downside to lighting a fire in a house, although I don't think we're terribly worried about it. Smoke will come out of the chimney. I'm not worried about it. If anything, I welcome it.
Ooh, the hand drill kits get used in one use. I never knew that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have it no more. They get used in that one use.
I mean, that makes sense. Used to be able to keep them all the time. They changed that on the fly, because I definitely used a hand drill the other
8 or 9
time.
times.
Yeah. Interesting.
I hope this wasn't human fat.
No. I'm going to lock the door so we can hear somebody coming.
Get some PTSD.
Sure not to eat it if your hands are probably all messed up, huh?
Yeah, I got alcohol tincture for cleaning my hands.
Oh, for real? Can I have some of that when we're done?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I still got the 2 sawed-offs too. Need one?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, can we only one of us roast at a time?
I don't know. Yep. Guess so.
That's good timing.
Gee.
Beautiful.
Oh, is it storming again?
Yeah. It's a good time to be in here.
Disinfect. Disinfect my hands again.
Somebody's talking about food in the chat. I'm like, yeah. When I gotta take a break to charge it up, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Oop, oop. I think I just disinfected you.
Or fed it to me. You'll have to do it to my, or I'll have to do it to my hands, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for this wheel to go all the way up. What's up, Ellis? Oops, I almost fried it. Having cooked pieces of meat in your pants won't be that bad either.
Here's the tincture right there.
Should I wait until I'm done? Actually, let me just see it real quick. So.
Your hands are bloody. It just says disinfectant. It actually like just puts it out in the middle.
Oh
of you.
my. I don't think it didn't clean my hands.
I'm wondering if we need the disinfectant for that.
Well, we're about to find out if I get sick from eating it like this. Roasty, roasty.
Oh yeah, I'm just doing some.
Yeah, doctor's right. It says so maybe some SC after tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Dude, listen to that rain.
I know. Somebody comes up. Oh, I need help.
Yeah, it'd be like
Somebody is coming up though.
it's a zombie.
Remember the 2 guys that I sniped over here, and then you came running?
You'll have to specify. There's been a lot of PvP in the area in general. You'll have to really dial that in. Like, do you remember that time we
The one
killed some
guy
people? I'm
hiding,
like, you'd have to be specific.
the guy hiding in the tree line with a pipe tried to sneak up on me.
Dude, the shootout that happened, the long one we had, where it was like mass confusion in the beginning, that was
Yeah.
insane because you're like, I think I see a guy in the trees on your side, and then I hear this blah blah blah, and it was like the opposite side, so I'm like, they're shooting at you, and then you're like, they're coming after me, and then I'm like, what? And then I hear all this tick 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 tick, and then I hear like boom boom boom, so they're shooting at me, and I'm like, what?
Yep. That was still funny. Just miscommunication.
It was hilarious though. It was good stuff.
I still like the bear hunt. I watched it again last night. I'm like, yep, that's what we got. Uh,
It's all good. Have some meat, you dirty brat.
and I'm trying to get some inventory opened up for it, you know?
I got a bag on the floor. I think,
Take
yeah,
this.
cooking it's gonna keep the meat from spoiling faster.
Yep.
So yeah, we got some survival skills, how to hunt and cook your meat. Whether you've got to hunt it, or I guess you can hunt other players and cook them too, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just because anything off of human players like that, if you eat it, it'll make you get the giggles. And I think the giggles also makes it harder to shoot, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully this helps out in Chinaris and in Livonia in 106 DayZ that's coming to console, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and the PC. Last we heard November 13th. So get those survivor skills honed. You can do it now, while you still can, while the looting is still good.